Hey everyone on YouTube, how's it going? I'm just here to kind of give you an idea of writing, um, writing 101, if you will. So, I've probably covered some topics in my other videos. This time I'm going to be talking about self-publishing and traditional publishing. Now, you have, these two different options at your disposal, at your fingertips. And thanks to the internet, thanks to social media outlets, thanks to a whole bunch of other things now, there's like so many options out there now. Whereas for publishers back in the day, back in 90s or early 2000s, even before the internet became as advanced as it was, if you were a writer back then, you had very limited options. You had to go through a traditional publisher. You had to do whatever traditional publisher required you to do according to their submission guidelines. So now that we live in a new digital age of sparkling 2017, um, you now have your options are more open, your horizons are more broadened, and now you have more options disposable to you. You don't have just traditional publishing now. You have self-publishing. But still, even though you have that option now, each one of them comes with their own detriments, and then they both come with their own benefits. It really, and it's something that I wish I kind of learned back in the day, but it's something that you as an author have to put the work in. You seriously have to put the work in. I just haven't been putting the work into my writing much lately because I've been, studying, taking classes, things of that nature. So life's been kind of, keeping me a little busy these days. I promise to, get back on a lot of work once I'm finished with the semester. Um, but not talking about me, I guess. But this whole so the thing with self-publishing and traditional publishing is when traditional publishing, well, I would say traditional publishing because that's been around forever. But when self-publishing first started back in 1998, I believe that was the first time that we were introduced to self-publishing. It was heavily frowned upon. And the reason why it was heavily frowned upon is because you didn't have a whole lot of people. You didn't have a whole lot of people coming out and uh, and and being able to like publish and put out their own product and produce their own books. Again, you had to go through a big publishing house. You had to go through who are your big publishers? You had to go through Little Brown Books, Penguin, who is now with Random House, but you had Random House, you had Penguin, Little Brown Books. Um, you just had all these different publishing houses that were big companies. Harper was another one. Um, so the thing is you really didn't have a whole lot of options. Well, now again with the digital internet age, you do have more publishing companies or self-publishing companies, and then that broadens the spectrum. So now people who don't have the time really, or who don't even want to go through your traditional publishers, now they're going through self-publishing. Now, the self-publishing mean like take my book, put it out there, uh, go through the company, and then now my book's released. I sit back and wait and see what happens. Not exactly. And honestly, this is where the detriment comes in with self publishing. But it's a detriment depending on how much of a detriment you want it to be. And that detriment pretty much is, and I've been a victim of this too. I've done it too. Don't feel bad if you've done this. I'm here. I'm right here with you. Give me a hug. Come here. Just give me a hug. We can hug this out, man. I've been through it with you. But the point is when I first put out my first novel, Black Isis, back in 2008, um, it didn't garner much attention because I sat down on it. I was really lazy about it. I was like, okay, yeah, I got a book out there, and come buy it, you know. And then the thing is no one's going to just automatically come off the top and just buy your book if you self-publish. You got to promote. You got to put in twice as much work as somebody who is traditionally published now. If you're self-published, so I'm not gonna now. I'm not downing. Now, don't think that I'm downing self-publishing and I'm uplifting traditional publishing, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. They're both fucked up. Both of them are fucked up. Seriously, they're both fucked. You go through traditional publishing, or you go. I'm sorry, self-publishing first. So you go through self-publishing. Yeah, your book is out there. You got out faster than ever. You got out way faster than if you were to like traditionally publish ever. Now you got to come up with the money to promote it, and the money is shit. It depends, because I go through Author House. That's my publishing company for my last book, which was published back in 2009. And that book is worth like, and just for the publishing alone was back then it was 500 because they were doing a deal on publishing, but I checked it recently. It's up to like $800, $900 just to publish your book. But they publish your book. They give you a full-on cover. They give you an ISBN number. They give you a design team to where you can design the cover any way you want to. So that's pretty neat. So that's the upside to it, is you have full control over your project. Nobody can tell you what to do with your project, how to promote your project, how to get it out there to people, how to sell it. Nothing. Nobody can tell you what to do. This is your property. You are basically control. So you have nobody overseeing what you do. So whatever mistakes you made in your manuscript and you sent it out in a self-publishing way, it's there. It's pretty much set in stone. So that's why they usually tell you, if you're ever self-publishing, always hire an editor, and that's what a lot of people end up doing. That they don't. I'm sorry, I'm switching positions. My legs are going to sleep. But thing here is you. That's right. Come down here with me. I'm sitting like this. Come down here with me. But yeah, so the thing is with a lot of publishing companies, you want to, uh, self-publishing company wise, you just want to make sure that you have enough money to cover all your bases, have enough money to promote yourself, because self-publishing is pretty much what it's pretty self-explanatory. You're self-publishing, you're self-promoting yourself, you're doing everything yourself. You're your agent, you're your everything. You don't have any agents. You have all the say so. But again, it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of money. You're going to be dumping so much money into self publishing, it's not even funny. You're going to be dumping a ton of money. I think one of my company's packages, it was really nice. You know, there's one of the packages on there where you can get a whole bunch of like people that outsource your work. Um, Movie producers look at your work. They send like 10 million emails to like 10 million people, promoting your work and everything, and give your press release, all that stuff. The only downfall is you got to dump a lot of money. I think the package I'm talking about was like $10,000, and I don't. And I'm sorry, I'm broke. I work at a regular 9 to 5, so $10,000 to me is a lot of money. Should $1,000 to me is a lot of money, because I don't just have I don't. I can't just randomly walk down the street and be like, man, I got $1,000 in my pocket. I can't do that. I don't have that type of luxury. So I mean, so that's the thing with self-publishing is you are promoting yourself. You're putting yourself out there as a author and as a business person. I'm sorry, I keep shifting here. So that's uh that's pretty much that. Now, um, I know you want to learn about. You're like, well, damn, there's a lot of negatives to this self-publishing thing. What about this traditional publishing? What's up with that? Well, the thing with traditional publishing now is you don't drop all that money. You you submit your work, you have an agent read it, and then whatever the publishing house is willing to pay you, the agent only gets 10% of that. And they tell you that too. The agents will let you know I only get 10%. You know what I'm saying? They're like, come on, dog. That's all offered. You know what I'm saying? I take 10. I take my cut from you, my little itty bitty cut, and you get the rest. So that's pretty much what they do. Um, they take your book, they put it out, they promote it, and then they give you a nice little percentage. They give your agent a nice little percentage. That sounds dandy. Now, the downfall to traditional publishing, however, is you gotta wait forever. You gotta literally put in so much work. You gotta put in at least, you gotta write query letters. And a query letter is basically selling your work. It's a little description of you in the query letter, but you're mainly promoting your work in the query letter. That's what you're mainly doing. And then on top of that, sometimes you gotta wait. It's a waiting game. I'm serious. I think last year I must have put out like 35 query letters. People told me that's not good enough. And only reason why I haven't really released any more query letters this time is because I'm trying to go through a traditional publisher, and I'm trying to figure a way to make some money to pay my agent. I'm waiting to pay my agent. So, or pay my agent, pay my editor. Sorry, because she's got my work, and she needs money to look over that. Now the thing is though is when a traditional publisher gets your work, man, it's a waiting game. Like even for them to even accept your work, they have to go through your query letter. And if your query letter is terrible, or it's something that they don't see because the thing a lot of people gotta realize is these people, they're getting query letters from people all over the world. At least 1,000 queries a day, man. Like, and they can't even get through like two. They'd be lucky to get through 2/3 of that. They'd be lucky to get through a third of that. And make a much smaller percentage. They'd be lucky to get through a third of those queries. I mean, to us, it may not seem like a lot of queries, but to them, that's a lot. They got to read these queries. They have to get through them fast, and the only reason why they have to get through them fast is they have to make sure that they can weed out the bad ones and get to the really good ones, the presentable ones, the ones that's marketable, the ones that's going to be like, you know what? Oh shit, we got something here. So let's ditch all these other ones. We want this one. You know what I'm saying? So they really want to make sure that they have a profit on their hands. They have a profitable and they have a marketable author. So that's the whole thing. And if and once they do take a query letter, they go through now. Just the query letter alone, the query loan alone could take months. It could probably take a year just for me to even answer your query back. Because some of them don't even answer you. And don't bug them. Don't bug them. If they don't receive your query letter, do not bug them. So I mean, but on either end, it's a the traditional publishing is less money, but it's more of a waiting game. The self publishing is less of a waiting game, but it's more money. You're dumping money. You're dumping money to make money. Whereas a traditional publishing, you do have to. It's less money, but it's a waiting game. You know, they have to be able to see your stuff and go like, oh damn, you know what? Out of the 500 query letters I didn't see in the last 6 hours, this is the one. They have to be able to do that with you. So I mean, either way, it's a hindrance. But if you're a crazy ass writer like I am, who is not willing to give up, who's not willing to, who is more than willing to put in the time and the effort to try to get your stuff out there, do it. Like seriously, do that for real. You know, I salute a lot of writers out there. As me being one who has never made it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's like to, I don't know what it's like to write to make money. You know, I'm not one of these, you know, these big writers out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 32-year-old black dude who lives in the ghetto. What do I know, right? But you know, this is just stuff I just look up, and I know I'm into it, and I like doing it, and you know, and I salute y'all, man, for real. Uh, so yeah, definitely catch more of my videos. I'm going to have the link to my Facebook below, the link to my Twitter. If y'all guys want to see more videos from me, I'm definitely going to be posting videos constantly now. So, um, I mean, I have I'm a vacation coming up from work too, so I'll be able to actually post more videos and stuff too. On top of that, I don't know if I'm posting any more later on or tomorrow or anything because I have to study for my midterms. My midterms is this upcoming Monday, so that's gonna be an uphill battle too for math. So definitely, man. Yeah, just keep it up, and if you're writing, keep writing, keep writing, keep writing. Do not stop writing ever. You know what I'm saying? I almost gave up a few times. I'm back on it. You know, I'm back on the horse, you know, so I don't want y'all to hop off the horse at all. Y'all stay on that. You'll stay on that literary horse. Probably the fucking wackest metaphor I've ever made up. But stay on that literary horse, and yeah, check me out. Sign on my Patreon. I'll have my Patreon down there too. I haven't been putting my Patreon on my other videos or my Facebook or Twitter, so I'm gonna actually. I've been gradually like learning this stuff as I'm going along. So this video's been going on long enough. I talked y'all's ears off long enough, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.